All right. Good morning, Alta Realty Group agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Training and Marketing here. And today we're going to go over some holiday season marketing tips, just ideas on how to stay top of mind with your clients and with your sphere of influence, and just make sure everybody that knows you knows that you sell real estate. So the biggest thing that I talk about, I think, is just staying top of mind with your clients. So before we get into today's subject, we're going to bring on Bill Seitz, Clearview Mortgage CEO. Good morning, Bill. How are you this day?
I am doing great. I am thawing out. I took my son Tyler surfing this morning at 6 in the morning in the dark, and man, it was cold.
I bet it was. You probably found out pretty good. It's probably in the 40s, right?
Yeah, standing on the beach with the camera in my shorts and my beanie was probably not the best attire for. Well, the beanie saved me, but the shorts was the wrong call.
Yeah, put some jeans on, pal.
Well, that's what you get when you have a 14-year-old that is addicted to surfing and he can't drive yet.
I know. Well, one day.
It's
Until
gonna come
that
soon.
day, you're on, buddy.
Exactly. But anyways, yeah, beautiful day down here. Hopefully everyone else is sharing the same weather. And we have a couple announcements as far as in the lending world. And it's always important to share the stuff with everybody. So real quick, before Kevin gets into the meat of the webinar. So FHFA, which is kind of the overseeing body, has announced the 2021 conforming loan limits. And it's always good to know this because it kind of sets the sets the bar for Fannie and Freddie and their countywide loan limits across the country. And so what they've done is it's going up, which we can all see why. We've been in a crazy market, in a hot market. And who would think with all this nuttiness that's been going on with the pandemic that we would have such a record year for seller market, housing market, refinance market. And so what's happened is they've gone from the conforming, pretty much the national average was 510, 400. Most of us probably are familiar with that number, as we've put the financing together for some of our clients, but they've bumped it up now to 548, 250. So, it's an increase of almost $40,000, which, makes a big difference. And it really can be the difference, right? In some of those counties where we don't have a high balance, there's nothing between the conforming loan limit and the jumbo world. It can really help out. So it's important for everyone to understand that and know that. So a conforming loan from most counties now is up to 548, 250. Additionally, on the high balance counties, some of your agents that are up in the Bay Area, the high balance is now up to 822, 375. So that's up quite a bit from last year as well. So it's just important to know this stuff. FHA and VA also make their adjustments as well. I won't go into those now, but if you have any questions or need a guide, or feel free to reach out to us. We'll give you we can look it up real easy on which county you're in. But those are important things to know as far as moving forward into 2021. And we're actually I already have two lenders that are already lending on it now, so you don't have to wait until January. Like, they will actually take the loan now and fund it on the 2021 criteria.
Yeah, that's great. Great news.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate the update, Bill, as usual. And like Bill said, if you have specific questions about your county, do not hesitate to reach out to Bill or any of the Clearview Mortgage staff. They're ready to talk to you and all that good stuff. And Ann Harris says OC is 822, 375.
Yep, that's correct, because we are in a high balance county. Like I said,
Yep.
LA, Orange County, I think San Diego's a little bit less, actually, even though it's considered high balance. They're not quite where we are in Orange County. But fun fact, New York City and San Francisco are the most expensive markets, and they're the ones that get the top.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Huh? Well, great. Thank you very much, Bill. Appreciate it.
Yep.
And so also just wanted to welcome a couple new agents. We've got Alex Kalbasi on the line. Great to have you, Alex. Really looking forward to working with you. And all of our usuals, of course. Got a great list of people on the line with us today. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Travis Breton, our corporate broker for Alta Realty Group. Good morning, Travis. How you doing today?
Good morning. How's it going?
Very well. All right. So today we're going to, this is a holidays time is just it's kind of a no-brainer as far as like, okay, now it's time to do, it's time to communicate. Everybody's expecting a communication, right? So it's an easy one. It's a reason to communicate with your clients and to say, hey, I'm still out here, I'm doing my job, I'm a realtor. And so it's just a really, really good time of year to re-engage. Another reason why it's a good time of year to re-engage is because a lot of times December is the slowest month for realtors. A lot of other stuff going on. People are, maybe not going to pull the trigger on buying or selling their home until after the year. But this is the time to get in front of everybody, make sure everybody knows that you're a realtor when they're going into this, this new year. So it's a massive it's of massive importance to do these marketing things throughout the holiday so that you are top of mind when we go into January, right, Travis?
Yep, definitely. It's a
I
good
mean, this
month.
great month, and it's like it's a month that you may not do a lot of business, but you could set up business for the whole year if you do this right. So do not, discount the holidays as a time to, some agents say, oh, I just kind of relax, in holiday times because I don't do that much business. No way. This is the time where you double down, you get in front of everybody because there's a giant reason to do it, right? So, and I want you guys to think of the holiday season as customer appreciation season, right? So obviously we want to recognize our past clients, but we also want to acknowledge people like referral partners and people that referred us and people that contacted us, but we didn't do business with them. You want to get back in touch with every single one of these people. And so tons of different ideas. We'll just go through a few of them. I mean, they're literally just, I want these ideas to just, spur more ideas that you guys do individually. So, of course, client appreciation events this year probably going to be a little tougher, especially with the spike in COVID. So, client appreciation events used to be probably the best way to drum up business. Hopefully after the first year, people will start getting vaccinated and people will be, hopefully we can get through the COVID debacle, over the next year, and we can get back to doing, in-person client appreciation events and all that kind of stuff. So I am going to include, things that we would normally do just to again get your mind going that direction. So examples of client appreciation events are, you could have a it could be as simple as, setting up a little hot chocolate bar and a little family photo booth where you're taking a picture. You get a little local photographer to do family photos and give out hot chocolate and stuff like that. You could also, just do something, really fun, like start a donation station. Get together with a local charity, and there's a lot of good food drives and stuff like this time of year. You could create a food drive, right? So start a donation station. Anything like that is just fun stuff to do, right? So that's easy. Number two would be, personally presented small tokens of appreciation. This is an easy one. You could get a little one great, time tested little gift is get a little cookie jar and or a mason jar and put the dry ingredients for sugar cookies or chocolate chip cookies or something into a little mason jar. Have a little business card on the back of it and maybe like a little cookie cutter. So that whole thing would cost you about $5 max, maybe less, and you can literally go and drop these off at local clients and local people in your sphere of influence. No brainer. And Travis, anything to add to that particular one?
No, I like the mason jar idea. Another one that I've seen a couple realtors do is like dropping off pies. You know, if you've got a local shop that you know, puts out some good pies. Again, you're in that $5 to $10 range per client, depending on, you know, what you want to spend. But there's another idea there where you can kind of reach out and say you're going to be, you know, doing an order, what's their favorite flavor, and then go and drop them by.
Exactly. And it's just, and you could do this in a COVID friendly way. For
Yep.
sure. You show up with your mask, you show up with your gloves on, whatever, however you do it, and you just, you put it on the doorstep. You could even knock and back up 6, 7, 8 feet. So there's literally plenty of ways to do this in a COVID friendly and a COVID safe way. Another good little drop off gift is like a little Christmas cactus or a little mini Christmas tree, or just there's so many small little things that it means a lot. A personal item dropped off, by your realtor, that means a lot. It goes a long way. Um, Another one is just handwritten notes too. So you could do a little handwritten note on, in conjunction with these little drop off gifts. It's so easy to do, guys, and it just goes a long way. It really does make an impact. So that's a good one. Same thing, desserts for the holidays. You can go ahead and like Travis said, you could, go to a local bakery, get a little menu of desserts, and then schedule a time to, personally go out and give these things out. So really great idea there as well. And then, this is a good little point right here. Whenever possible, if you're doing this, use social media. Take a couple pictures of yourself dropping off stuff and post it to social media. Super fun. Again, you're getting a little bit more bang for doing what you're doing. You're going to be marketing the fact that you're doing that on your Facebook page. Great idea.
And one addition to that is if you do get something from a local business, you know, tag them in on that post.
Oh, absolutely. And again, with that, that goes back to our our referral partners. Make sure that we talk a lot about creating a professional network for referrals and making sure that you have handymen and landscapers and gardeners and all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you're including them as well. Make sure that they get a little client appreciation gift, and make sure they understand that you're still there. It's a good time of year to re-solidify your business partnerships as well. Host a holiday open house. Yep, you can still do that in a COVID friendly way, and then offer like a little swag bag with this little tokens of appreciation. Super easy. Also, this time of year, if you're dropping anything off like that, drop off your client welcome kit. We've talked a lot about client welcome kits, and just creating a little kit that goes into detail of what you do, what your clients can expect from you, what services you offer, why you're special. So just a little, couple page client welcome kit is a great additional thing to drop off if you're doing these, kind of handouts. And then handwritten holiday cards, absolutely. Same thing. You don't have to give a gift, but if you're giving a gift, please do include a handwritten note. There's probably, depending on the agent, between 20 and 50, maybe 100, if you're just a rocking agent, kind of high profile prospects and, people in your sphere of influence that you're going to want to give these special, handwritten notes or gifts to. It's not that many. There's definitely a finite. You don't have to do this to every single person on your list, but go through your list, segregate, the ones that are kind of high priority, especially people that you already sold property to. Please stay in contact with those people. The stat is, something like 85% of, people that go through a real estate transaction would use the realtor that they used for that transaction, but only something like 25% actually end up using the same realtor, or it might even be lower. I forget. But anyway, it's about in that range. So make sure that you are not the agent that loses business with one of your past clients and they go with somebody else just because they haven't heard from you. So easy deal. Make sure you're dropping off something. And if you don't want to drop it off, you can always do it, good old mail. So a lot of different ways to do that. So, and then, an easy thing is consider including a $5 gift card, right? Throw that in the mix. Here's a Starbucks card. That's not a lot. And especially when you're looking at, your overall spend for marketing and your budget for the year, this kind of thing should really be a good chunk of your marketing budget because, like I said, you can really set yourself up for business in the entire year if you're doing this kind of stuff. And, number 7 is, keep it going through the new year. Absolutely. I think that, if you have, your 20 to 100 top priority prospects, you should be sending them some kind of a customer appreciation gift once a quarter. Absolutely. Put that in the budget. Make sure you're doing it every time. And I think it's a really, really good idea.
I think to build on, keep it going into the new year, everybody that bought a home this year is going to need, for tax purposes, their final settlement statement.
Yes.
So I don't know that this month is the best month to put it out because let's not remind everybody that tax season is coming up. But getting it prepared, maybe you want to send them a digital copy and a hard copy in the mail or drop it off. Maybe preparing for that now, especially if you've sold a lot of homes this year, and doing it, sometime in January, because they will need that, and it's a good touch point too.
Oh, absolutely. And then on top of that, Travis, is you should prepare a CMA, a competitive market or comparative market analysis for all of your past clients in January as well. Hey,
Yeah.
just want to let you know, here's where you're looking right now.
Yeah, I mean, and that's probably a good one for this year because it's just been, nutty out there, and just say, hey, you want to see how much, especially for, clients that you sold homes to, many years ago or
Yeah.
2 years ago. Say, hey, you want to see how well you did this year, and just give them the CMA.
Yeah. So again, you don't have to do it for every client, but pick your top ones. And especially anybody that you sold the property to, you have to do this, guys. First of the year, remind them, hey, this is where you are. Just letting you know. Let me know if I can answer any questions. Give them, Bill's contact information. Just want to let you know, hey, have you considered refinancing? Talk to our in-house guys, Bill Seitz, Clearview Mortgage. He'll get you going. So just be the real estate agent that's proactive as well as a resource. You are a resource for your clients. That goes a long, long way. And that's how you separate yourself from the other agents, because not every agent does this stuff. And so those are just really good holiday marketing tips as we go into the holiday season. So also what I'd like to go, first of all, Bill Seitz, do you have any takeaways? I'm going to show a couple of examples and a couple of things that, a few more resources for agents. But Bill, any quick takeaways so far?
No, it's all really good content. I do think that this is one of the better times of the year to connect with people. Obviously, the holidays are usually a pretty special time of the year, and even if you have a young family with kids and you do pictures, and even a minimum, sending those out to your complete client list. People like to see what the kids are growing or what the family's doing, and I like even the Starbucks thing for us, small little gesture. I don't think you really have to go full on as far as a massive expenditure. Maybe there's a handful of clients that you really are important to you, that give you referrals, that are mindful of your business. Certainly you could, justify spending a little bit more on those people. But I think at a minimum, I'm kind of old school. I like doing the handwritten or the pictures with my family, and I send those out.
Yeah.
And people usually always, you comment or you reply. I did, they're thankful, that, oh, good to see your family. Blah, blah. So, I usually at least do that at a minimum.
Yeah.
And it's also good. You get to update your list. I know we talked about your marketing list. This kind of makes you kind of rethink that too, and get, okay, well, so-and-so, they moved to Fiji. So maybe they're not on the list anymore, or mostly it's adding people and making sure, like, I mean, just
Yeah.
listening to you and Travis talk through this, I'm just like, I've already thought like 3 people that I need to add to my list this year.
Yeah.
So it kind of, if you've done sales with certain people, make sure that you plug those into your reach out list, because those lists constantly have to be updated.
Yeah, again, that's a great point, Bill. Again, this time of year you may be doing less deals, so don't slow down on working. Make sure your list is a great idea, a great opportunity to get your list in order. Just recontact people that are on our list. Boil it to a head. Hey, do you want me to keep sending you information? Can I offer you a CMA? No, I want you to go away. Okay, no problem. I'm going to take that person off my list. But you kind of got to boil it to a head. It doesn't do you any good to have 1,000 people on your list if you're not communicating with them. So boil your list to a money making list of prospects that know and trust you, and they want your information. Again, I think today I'll be putting out our monthly content piece, and it's all about giving in the holiday season. So another great reason to reach out. Hey, by the way, I want you to, I'm going to send you my blog post or my content piece on, giving during the holiday season. Okay, great. And let me make sure that I have your information, Mr. Smith, right? So it's a great idea or a great opportunity to, make sure that your list is honed in. So we've got a bunch of different, resources to create cool little social media posts during the season. Breakthrough Broker, I always go back to, provided to us by Tycor. They've got great little, Christmas, gifts and things like that we can download. Here's a little Christmas one. And of course, it gets, if you have an account with them, it's a free account. We can, have all of our custom information here, right? So you can make these nice little, little memes, download them, share them to social media, LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook and anywhere else you want to do, Pinterest. So really, really easy to go to Breakthrough Broker, create some fun little memes. They've got some good holiday stuff down here. It's like, okay, trending, good Hanukkah posts, all different kinds of things that you can, basically create within about a minute and post within about 2 minutes. So don't hesitate to go to Breakthrough Broker, get your free account. And then also what I like to do is I like to just go to good old Google and do a search. What are some good holiday real estate marketing examples, right? And go to things like Pinterest. Pinterest has great examples and ideas. No need to reinvent the wheel. I always am a fan of just seeing what other people are doing. We have Bill has recommended Katrina Smith, and I've showed you guys her short 1 minute, less than 1 minute video posts. See what Katrina's doing. Copy what she's doing. Don't reinvent the wheel. She's already, I forget, Bill, how much does she sell a year? Something
I
astounding.
think her team's done like 70 million or something this year.
Yeah. So, if
obviously she's in a really obviously at a higher real high price point here in Newport or Corona Mar.
Yeah.
But she's I mean, we we talk about all this stuff at nauseum. Like, she's done everything that we talk about or Kevin talks about, and Travis, myself in these webinars. She's pretty much got it on autopilot, and she has identified which markets she serves. She puts out great content, and she does these good videos. She's just a pro's pro. I mean, if you want to emulate a pro and you want to be in this business for a long time, she's a great person to follow and watch. I always appreciate those types of people, because I pick up little things that I want to take to my business too. So if we're always doing that, you won't lose.
Right. So literally follow Katrina Smith on Facebook and Instagram. She's all over the place, and see what she does. Not a bad idea.
And one more thing on that, Kev.
Yeah.
And you can take some of her ideas. Like, she talks actually, she's pretty sophisticated when it comes to lots of stuff, even REOs and stuff like that. Even though there's not maybe a ton here in town, but she kind of does educational stuff with her Instagram. So you can pick up things that or even just emulate or copy exactly the information that she's, and put it on your Instagram. I mean, There's
Exactly.
nothing wrong with that. It's not, she doesn't
No.
own that information. She's just
No.
relaying it out to her, her sphere and her, her Instagram world.
Absolutely. No. So, you just rinse, repeat. She's already got it wired. And like I said, there's also all kinds of other, resources. I like to check in with Inman. Inman's got great stuff, 25 holiday marketing ideas for real estate agents. So use our friend Google. We like to call it Google University. Google anything that you're looking for. We use it all the time, every day. To get ideas and to see what other people are doing. So, I encourage you guys to do that. So, Travis, anything else to add to holiday real estate marketing? I think we've kind of touched the bases, the basics, and of course, always if you guys have questions, contact me directly. I love going through this stuff individually.
Yep, nothing else to add aside from make it a priority.
Absolutely, that is literally the thing. Make it a priority. Don't skip on this because this is how you're going to set yourself up for great business in 2021. All right, guys, I don't see any other questions in the chat. If you need me, contact me directly. And looking forward to seeing all of you on the webinar next week. Have a great week.